Hegseth saying he still has the support of Trump. He's the second major pick to face serious criticism. Matt Gaetz, as you know, already withdrew after he was chosen for Attorney General. Here to help us understand the dynamic in Washington, NBC 10 political analyst Wendy Schiller. Wendy, thanks for being here with us today.
Good to be here.
So, Wendy, Hegseth met with GOP members once again today. What do you think his chances are right now? I mean, there are rumors that the Trump team is already thinking of other options. So is that a bad sign, or do you think he will ultimately gain the support?
Well, I think the Senate has been trying to quietly assert itself in this process. It has a constitutional role to give advice and consent to cabinet nominees, ambassadors, and the like. So I think it's been the smart move by the Republican, soon-to-be Republican majority to tread lightly with Donald Trump, but make suggestions about who might get confirmed easily and quickly and who will cause the party some headaches. And I think Hegseth, no matter what, will cause the party some headaches. Particularly female Republican senators have been very wary of giving their support. So I think that, every time somebody says, I'm definitely not dropping out, soon we hear that they've decided to drop out. So we'll see what kind of pressure the Trump camp puts on Hegseth in the coming days.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, I mean, this is the second potential Trump pick that could withdraw. And at first, Gaetz did say that he wasn't going to do so, then he did do so. Is this something we typically see with cabinet picks?
The last time we saw anything more than one, perhaps, maybe two, was Bill Clinton in the 1990s. He had a pretty difficult time in 1993 getting his cabinet together. It took him almost 5 months to really get his whole cabinet confirmed. So we have seen this. George Bush nominated somebody for the Supreme Court, Harry Myers, his counsel, and the Senate said, no, that's not going to fly. So she withdrew. I think Trump doesn't want to have more than two withdraw. So then the question is Tulsi Gabbard in terms of running the intelligence, military intelligence, whether that's going to fly. All the other nominees seem like they're on decent footing for the moment.
All right, so it has happened before, but it's interesting to see how many it's happening with this time. Now, the talk has been focused on GOP leaders when it comes to winning approval, of course, because the GOP controls both the House and the Senate. But do Democrats still play a role here?
Well, the Democrats lowered the bar for shutting off debate on presidential nominations and district court judges in 2013. And then the Republicans did that for Supreme Court nominations in 2017. So you only need 51 votes to get a cabinet nominee through. The Republicans have effectively a 53-47 working majority. So I think that they'll probably do fine for most of them. But as I said, if 3 Republican women say we don't want Pete Hegseth, even though they still have the numbers barely, that's not a good look for the Republican Party going into 2026. And remember, elected officials always look to the next election when they're making these decisions.
Absolutely. All right. So it'll be something to watch in the coming weeks for sure. Wendy, thanks for joining us today and giving us your insight on this one.